Well, good morning. Uh, Sanded all night last night. Got more sanding to do today. This is a sandathon. If you guys are into that, and we'll show that. I'm going to put a little bit more superfill on this today. I have to get my little pieces in here. The last two pieces here, and then get them all filled over with superfill. Let's see here. Boy, I'm getting really sick of this mouse. It don't work with a damn. Time for a new one. So far, fillets have cost me 11 grams so far. I glue my finger to this thing. It's going to tear up. Ah, got it. I got 4 watchers. Good morning, guys. Good morning. That was the worst of them all because my finger got stuck. But we'll sand it and put some stupid fill over the top of it. As I stated before, you got to do this or else all your work will crack up. I tissued the cowl last night. Let's see, we can cut some of that off. We don't need it so long. If Steve comes on, we'll see if we're going to get a look at some Viper plans this week. Maybe, maybe not. Because undoubtedly there's going to be some revisions. Okay. That one went on clean, so that's good. So, I'll have to sand this one first. Got a big lump in it. You want to know what color this airplane is? It's superfill color, because that's sanded superfill there. So shit. Sanded superfill color. All right. Okay. So now I need a piece of brass tubing, but this, this is a 80 grit. This is not good. Take that off. Yeah, can't get it off. We'll leave that on there. That's good for something else. So we want 320. What is this? This is 320. This is the Sandathon. Thank you, Gary. Everybody look for the 24 badges on Stud Hanger. We're going to start releasing them next month. Show your support for 24. The only way I can get up enough money to pay for this server. Just launch that campaign. I guess everybody might be waiting to help out. I need more dope on this. This dope fan is rather anemic in the dope area. It's only got one coat on it. I don't know, 2 coats, or see, 3 on the wood, and yeah, it's got 2. I think it's coming along nicely though. Hope I don't poke any more holes in the wing. I'm gonna clean off this bench today and get down my foam pad and start working on foam after this superfill session we're gonna do here. I'll be able to do that. Just about 27 ounces now. I wish he was finished out at 25. Ain't gonna happen. Pretty good. Well, I still need to blast that out. I guess we could do that. Still got a little woodwork to do, get some of that weight off. So much to do, it's hard to keep track of everything. I gotta go around and acro green all the spots. Got these spots right there, and there's spots on the tip. So let's do that real quick. Get that drying up before the stupid fill. Model Aviation, perfect tool for this. Shit. Spot up here. We get the spots. You got to start putting the striping down on these ribs too. We'll get the top. Close enough. Did you think the wing landing gear they land the same? To me, I mean, most of my airplanes have wing mounted gear, but I have them both ways. I have them both ways. Stuff scabs over so fast, it's ridiculous. Now we have one spot, I can't remember where it is, where I didn't get the rib perfect to the leading edge. We're going to fix that with some of this acro green. Maybe it's on the bottom. Oh, no, it's right there. Now you got to be real careful with this because but it's only one, so that's good. But of course, it's outboard top. See if we can delicately massage that one. Got it. Okay, that's enough for acryl. We want to do this in super fill. I think we're going to super fill this. There's some, because there's so much vibration up here. I need to put a band of super fill around here to mold this nose ring perfectly. I mean, it's close right now, but it's a little bit of low spot there. We'll get that perfect. Should be seeing the paint stand today, the spray stand today for another coat of base on it. You're gonna see it today or tomorrow one. Got to have some dope on it to work with. $26. Or is that piece? 26.7. 26.7. That's where we started, 26.7. And we're now at 27. 27.1. That's going moving around 27.3.2. So we'll say 27.3. That's as high as it went. 27.3. 27.3. $27.3 minus 26.7. 6/10. It's gained 6 times 2.8. No. The 6/10. 6 times 2.8. 6 times 2.8. 16 grams. 16 grams of superfill so far. So about a half an ounce. What I figured, because we're almost done with the superfill. It's just a thin layer. Good morning. It's just a thin layer of superfill now that goes on it. I mean, I wouldn't expect it's more than a couple of grams. Just enough to skim over these black spots here. And just a little band up here. We'll mix that up right now. We'll start getting it on so it's set up in a couple of hours and I can get some color, some I can get some clear on this thing. Man, this is some cardboard here. It's like plywood. Okay, do some super fit. Then, as this is drying or whatever, I'll tinker around sand a little bit. But today, the goal is to clean everything off the workbench and get my foam pad back down so I'm not poking holes in it with glue bottles. Which I did out here. Idiot. Okay, stupid fill. Almost out of them big tongue depressors. Have to get some more from Waldo. It's about 10 times more than I'll need. It's this superfill, judging this the size of it is so hard. Don't stick this stick into this jar. Use a separate stick. Okay. I'm thinking this will be the last round of superfill. I'll take the trash out today too. Hopefully it's empty. Hopefully it's empty. Mix this just as you would Bondo. When you think you're done mixing, mix it a little longer. Don't stir it. Don't try to whip air into it. Well, I wonder if we're going to have a planet left by the time the world comes around. Not good. Not good at all. Okay. Not too good. Wish I had something a little bigger than this. And I roll through these paper towels like they're nothing. That'll be fine. Okay, let's do the fillets. Any touch-ups? Hey, new member. Roberto, buenos tardes. Haven't seen any new members in a while. T-Bone. I'm doing the bundle. It'll be close enough. We'll sand it, acrylic. Sando the bando. From the Randolph table, which colors do you use most? For example, your Continental, which is blue, and which is red, and which is white. I use, you want the part numbers or you just want the names of them? Where are you going to get it from? Wix or what? If you buy from Wix Aircraft, it's 10% off, but the part numbers may not be the same. These are not, I don't believe they're Randolph numbers, but I use Insignia white, Cadillac red, and Insignia blue. They used to sell Insignia Red, but they don't anymore, so I use Cadillac Red. That's part number J9555. If you were here, I'd give you a quart because I got 4 quarts. But Insignia White is the brightest of the whites, and Insignia Blue is the darkest of the blue. So you can make any, like I made this color here with Insignia White and Insignia Blue. You can make any tone of blue you want. Primary colors is what you need. You need red, yellow, white, and blue. So the Insignia White part number is Q-1050. And if I was going to get yellow, and you're going to have one yellow to get, I would probably get the Cub Yellow is kind of weird. Yeah, I get F6285 Cub Yellow. And as far as the reds go, Cadillac Red, which is that one right there, J9555. And the Insignia Blue, which is M9502. Yes, Cub Yellow. Because if you take Cub Yellow, you can make any of these yellows by adding it to white. You know, take white and add that and make these lighter banana yellows. And but you got to have the primary colors. Red and yellow make orange, so you can make these colors here with yellow and red. You can make the lighter blues by adding the Insignia Blue. But go on Google and search for primary colors. And there's 3 of them. It's I think it's yellow, red, and blue. Because if you want to make green, you just take yellow and blue and make green. So if you had a limited you know, thing that you needed to do, I'd get the Insignia White and the 3 primary colors. That way you can make any color you want out of those 3 primary colors. Almost. You can get it close. And thank you for becoming a member. Okay, we had a couple of spots back here we needed to get. And I remember there's a couple of spots on the underside that need got. This is the 4th application of Superfill back here on this rudder. No, 3rd. Trying to build it up slowly in thin layers instead of gob it on in a big old turd. It's right here too. This one again. I think when I go to Harbor Freight, I'm gonna get some of those big Bondo spreaders. You're most welcome. I'm glad to see I'm making an impact in Italy. If I was you, I'd check your airport there and see if they got access to dope. Small airports, big, not a jetliner airport, but the small airports that have Stearmans and Cubs and things like that flying in and out of there because they use that stuff. Check your aviation museum. Ask where they get their dope from. Okay, there's got to be a better way than that. Of course, I don't have any, but I will use this. Use this. Starting to firm up. That's better. That's a better. I don't know what you guys got over there for putty, but if you can get any superfill, this blue stuff I'm using, that's the ticket. Oh boy, this was way better than a razor blade. I can get some shit on it now. Okay, turn it over. Hopefully we can get through this. Let's do the nose real quick too. Now, leave it off. Just have to remember they're on the upside. You'll notice I used 3/32 flap horns instead of 1/8 inch. I had a choice. 1/8 inch flap horns at an ounce or whatever, or those at just about half the weight. What the hell? I get the phone. Hello.
Hello, Robert.
How can I help you?
Hi, this is Cynthia.
Hey, guess what? I'll sell it to you for $5 million. I'm tired of these phone calls. Do you want it? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So we're doing this just like a car, bondoing in these horns or fillets or flap fillets, whatever you call them here. Just like you would a car, mold in a wheel skirt or whatever. Try to get it leveled out the best you can so you don't have to spend a week sanding it. The Bondo Bomb. That should, I mean, that would work right there. Yep, 5 million. You want it? Come get it. Let's do the nose real quick before it sets up. Close enough. Okie dokie. That. Whatever it takes. You know, I never tried it, but I wonder if Bondo would smooth out with alcohol too. I bet it would. There we go. I think that's all the super fillet needs. Check the fillets here. Make sure they're perfect. Yeah, nasty stuff. Nasty stuff. Time to clear off the bench. So this was a hour-long session. We'll end the session while this stuff dries, and I'll come back, sand some more, and we'll see if we can't get a coat of spray on it today. But I am going to stripe these ribs. I guess I could do that on camera. Got to have 6 coats of dope over the top of the ribs, brushed on. Imperative. But we're going to make this paint job 10 times better than the other one. The other one's nice, don't get me wrong, but it was a fast paint job. Didn't get all the boogies. We're going to get them all on this one. Okay. You guys got any questions? Like Roberto there from Italy had, where can you get dope, what numbers they are, how do you use this product or what that product? I'll be more than happy to help you along. I think I've got about all the superfill on it that I need. If I'm sanding after the next coat and I find another spot, I'll have to mix up another batch and do that. But she looks pretty good from here. I'm sure it gained a little there because everything weighs something, but I didn't put much on it. Just enough to skim over the craters. But I got to go around and brush all the edges and brush all the ribs. I think we'll save that for the next video. Take a break here. It's been an hour. I can do about an hour, and then it's time to regroup. Got superfill on my gold ring. Got to get that off. Can't have none on the gold, man. Get some alcohol on it. Okay, got that off. Glad to see we picked up a new member. I'm picking up subscribers pretty good, but not a whole lot of members. We get to 100, I'll do a special deal for the members. I think we're about 50 something now. It stays pretty much the same. Let me look here. We are at, I'll go to the studio, and we want to go down here, and memberships. 61, only 49 more to go. Members gained in the last, we gained 4 in the last 30 days. I think I will do a members only stream here. I'll do it this week. I don't know what we'll talk about. I'll put it out there. You guys can tell me what you want to talk about. So as far as things went, I had a wrinkle here I couldn't get out, so I cut it out, put a patch, and I had a poke through over there where I had it upside down on the stand, and the glue bottle poked through the leading edge of the silk span. I got to get the bench cleared off and get my foam pad laid down so we don't have that problem anymore. But so far, she's looking good. Looking real good. See, I had a little spot back here, I remember. I had a spot. Right there. We want to give them Ringmaster Builder judges anything to pick at. Hey, what are you gonna do about that? Not a damn thing. I would say the most important thing to pay attention to when you're covering or using tissue or whatever are the edges. I'm going to come around and I'm going to make sure to brush on another coat on the edges, all the trailing edges, leading edges of everything, because there's not much of a target, especially when you're spraying. When you're spraying, there's not much of a target there to hit, so it doesn't collect much paint. So you need to go around and brush all that stuff on really well. Otherwise, let's say you're going to tape a design on the wing and you come around and you want to go around the trailing edge, you know, the flap or whatever, and you paint it on, you go, all right, looks good. And then you start pulling the tape off, it'll lift that trailing edge off because there's no dope on it. So this is going to go against everything Wendy taught, but here's what I know. Don't use silver. It's poor adhesion. Use lots of thinner. Only use 1 quart of dope. You want to keep it light. The shine does not come from the paint. It comes from the sanding. We got to do that. We got 3 minutes on this session. And right there. Come on. This stupid mouse. Ah, you motherfucker. We're gonna have to go to Waldo and get me another mouse and keyboard because this thing ain't working. Question mark. Okay, what's the question? The silk span you use, which I believe here in Europe is called model span, is medium or heavy type. It's light. I use double aught or triple aught, the lightest silk span I could find, which we get from Brodax. Not a track, it's a laser. It's a Logitech laser, and I've changed the batteries, so it's not that. The keyboard's acting up too. It don't want to type. You know, I type it in and then it might be the computer. Something going on with it running a pro. I have no idea. We might have a keylogger installed on this computer. Some Chinese person has attacked me again. The mouse ball. Well, see, look. This is a laser, and that's a wheel, and that's all there is. It's a Logitech. There's no place to take it open and clean it. I think what it is, it's all the sanding. I mean, it's like 6 years old. The sanding dust and stuff. I know what you're saying, Terry. On some of the old ones, you could take them apart and clean the ball and all that, but there is no ball. It's a laser. You know, it's got a laser on it, infrared or whatever. And the keys don't work. It's probably filled with dust. Same with the keyboard, so it's time for a new one. And I can do that. I throw that damn thing out and get another one. All right, guys. Thank you for the new member, Roberto. I hope I answered your question on the silk span. Lightest you can find. Japanese tissue if you know how to get it on. I can't get it on, but you want something that'll take the least amount of dope. General GM silk span takes the most dope to fill. Medium a little less, but lightweight takes the least amount, 3 coats to get it to fill. You just got to be careful from poking holes in it, and it does poke pretty easy. I understand, Terry. But there is no place to take this baby apart. There's not even a screw in it anywhere. It's glued together. Just like everything else, you buy an electric car, when the battery goes out, throw the car away and buy a new one. because the battery costs more than the car. People ain't thinking. You gotta think. You gotta think. This cell phone, same thing. They've made the battery an integral part, and they also have planned obsolescence in these Apple phones that the battery only stays for so long, but you can't replace the battery. And to replace that battery costs more than that phone. So throw it out and get a new one. It's a scam. It's total BS. Back in when I was younger, all the car parts fit every other car. Like you get a 57 Chevy or 63 Impala or whatever, all the parts swap around. You ain't got to worry about it. And you could work on it. You could actually see the engine. Now you can't look under the hood. All you see is a big plastic cover. Where's the motor? Cheers, Jonathan. All right, we're out of here till later on. I'll be back when the Superfill dries. We'll sand it out and shoot a coat of paint on it. So fair winds, tight lines. See ya.